It's a long story.
Mommy, please, can I wash cats?
As we all know, all mornings are not the same, but in this video I will be sharing with you all some of the things we got done this morning, even through to dinner time. So I hope you stick around, and I also hope you enjoy this video. I had already started off my day with a cup of coffee as usual, which you guys have already seen the cup, although I didn't show the making process, but I just wanted to show you guys the cup I used to drink the coffee, just so you know. So right now I'm about to start making breakfast for the kids before they leave for school. For breakfast, they will be having fried egg, bread and custard. So in a cup or in a bowl, I'm going to be cracking in 8 eggs. Now why I'm using 8 eggs is because those eggs are very small. So if we are lucky to buy the bigger ones, we end up with 6 eggs, and if they are very tiny, we use up to 10 eggs because we are a family of 6, right? Now to the egg, I'm going to be adding in some milk. Yes, I like to add some milk to my eggs, and I've also added some chili sauce as usual. In a pan, I'm going to be adding the oil from the tuna, and for some reason I was just there struggling to open that tin, but yay, we finally did it. And also I'm going to be adding some butter to that. I always fry my eggs with butter. Yeah, so I'm going to also add the tuna to the egg. I'll also be adding my seasoning powder, which is this aromat seasoning powder, and finally I will be adding some salt, and that is it. I don't add too much to my eggs. Sometimes we do add veggies, but we rarely do that, especially when we are having it with custard. We don't usually add the vegetables.
Joshua, give me custard.
Okay, good. It's mine. It was you that was not being it. And now it is the custard.
This morning, Miss Blessing decided to wake up very early as if she's going to school. You guys have heard her shouting, dragging who will bring the custard for me. I asked Joshua to bring custard for me, and she was there dragging it with him. Alright, the custard I'm taking out now is the one I'll be making for Favour later. Right now she's not awake yet, she's still sleeping, and Favour has not been feeling fine for some days now, for about 4 days now. She hasn't gone to school. She has been so down with fever, running temperature, headache, pains. Like she complains a lot about what is happening to her, and so she hasn't been going to school. So I'm just taking that out for her, and I'll be making it later for her. Now this is the egg, it's all done, the custard is almost ready, and I'm going to portion out Joshua and Caleb's food because they are the only two going to school today. So they are already awake in the bathroom getting ready. My husband is also there with them, assisting them as usual. Now to the custard, I'm going to be adding some sugar. I'll also be adding some pig milk as well, and that is all I use for my custard. That's how we usually make it, nothing more and nothing less, just sugar and milk. And our favorite milk for having custard is pig milk, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So here I'm portioning out Joshua and Caleb's custard. Joshua, my first son, will be having lunch at school today, and so I am going to prepare the same thing he had for breakfast, but this time he's not going to be having it with the custard, just the egg and the bread, and he will also be having it with this fruit juice you are seeing on the table there. A day in a week they usually stay longer at school, so on those days they are expected to come to school with breakfast, with lunch from home. Hobby will be having his breakfast a bit earlier than he usually does, so here I am preparing his own breakfast. As for me, you guys already know that my eating window usually starts at around 10 or 11 a.m. so at this time I don't usually get hungry.
Daddy Joshua started music. say another one. Bye bye. Bye. Everybody. See you. Oh yeah, bye. Bye. Thank you. Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Bus, come. Bus. Yay.
As I went inside the house to quickly do one or two and then came back to the kitchen to tidy up the kitchen and to also do the dishes we used a night before and some of the items I used this morning in preparing breakfast, I saw that hubby had already finished having his breakfast and also washed his plate, which is the two you guys saw earlier in the sink. So I'm going to continue from where he stopped.
Okay. Bye.
Hubby and Joshua just left for school now. He's going to drop him at school. As I mentioned earlier, Favour is not going to school because she's not feeling fine. So it's only Joshua and he will still come back to take Caleb down for his school bus.
Bye.
Right now, I'm going inside Favour's room to check up on her and to know how she's doing. Back to the kitchen to continue with the cleanup, and this remaining egg is for me and Favour. You want to wear skirt?
Yes.
Guys, this girl, she always likes to wear skirts. Aya, let's go.
Okay.
Mommy, come on, wear your skirt. Shift. Yeah. It's a long story. What is a long story? Every time you're singing weird songs. It's a long story. It's a long story, yeah. Oh my goodness. This is Favour skirt. It's a little big on you, but it's manageable. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Yeah. I love you, Mommy. Mwah. Yeah.
You are so cute.
Oh, thank you. And you're so cute too.
Yes.
And you're so smart.
Mom,
Yes,
can
baby.
I go to Paco?
No, it's not yet time.
Bye.
Done with my kitchen chore, and right now I'm taking out some meat from the freezer which I'll be using to prepare dinner tonight. So I'm just going to take them out and keep on the kitchen counter to defrost before it's time to use them. Right now, Favour is awake and having her breakfast. She will be taking her medicine about 30 minutes after eating.
There's nowhere else to go. All I do is fall. Feels like I can make it more than I could think. Giving up is all that I can.
Thank you, Mom.
As you just saw now, her custard is a little bit runny, and I purposely made it that way so that she can be able to eat it freely, because she keeps complaining about her throat, how she can't easily swallow stuff. So yeah, and here I'm preparing her medicine. This is like paracetamol, which we are currently giving her. So she went to her doctor yesterday, which is a day before the morning I'm filming this morning routine, and the doctor explained what is happening to her and then recommended some medicines for her. So my hubby went to the pharmacy to get the drugs, and on getting there they said that they don't have them, that they will have to order, and he should come back later the next day to pick them up. So yeah, hubby will be going back there to pick them up today, which is this morning that I'm making this video. He will go back to pick them up. Over here is Blessing taking a nap on the couch. I saw her sleeping and I had to quickly cover her up. She fell asleep on the couch. So it's been hours later. It's around to 4 p.m. and I'm about to start making dinner. So here is the meat. They have all defrosted, and this is the cow food, by the way. So I'm going to start off by cooking the cow meat the cow food for about 10 minutes or thereabouts, because that is the toughest meat. So yeah, I'm just going to cook it for some time before I add the other meat. And this is Blessing. After some time, she woke up and she was very, very hungry, so I had to give her some leftover jollof rice. So I think it's been 10 minutes or thereabouts later, and I'm going to add in the shake, which is the cow tripe. And after adding these, I'm going to cover it up and let it cook for another 10 minutes or maybe less, because that one doesn't really take much time to cook. Now here are some of the ingredients I'll be using to prepare the dinner. I have about 3 tablespoons of crayfish, 3 scotch bonnet peppers, half of a red bell pepper, and this is aghaziefavour leaves, dried ones. This one is otazo leaves, dried as well. And I have my palm oil, I have my egusi seeds, which is also known as melon seeds. So I just took all these from the freezer, and then I already washed the egusi seeds, by the way, so I'm just leaving it in the water. And right here I'm going to transfer the dried aghaziefavour leaves to a bowl and then pour hot water to that. Also, I'll be adding the uziza leaves as well. The aghaziefavour leaves and the uziza leaves are very tough, not too tough, but very tough, so I have to go through this process to make it a bit softer.
Aggiungere uno scarso quantitativo d'acqua. Alright, il mini shake, agitare bene, lasciare riposare qualche minuto. Il shake c'è e relax minutes.
So Hobby is back from the pharmacy and he's reading the instructions written on the manual for the medicine that Favour is about to take now. So this is antibiotic and it's required to add water to it, shake it well and leave it to relax for a bit before you give it to the child or to the person. So here is the meat still boiling and I've just added the turkey gizzard. I've added some salt, adding some aromat seasoning powder as well. While we were all waiting for the medicine to sit for some time, Hobby decided to help in doing some more dishes in the sink. While over here I'm blending the melon seeds, the crayfish, the scotch bonnet peppers and the half red bell pepper which I showed you earlier on. I'm going to blend everything to a smooth paste. Now checking on the meat to see if they are done and they were tender enough, not like 100% done, maybe like 90% done, because by the time the egusi which I just added now, the blended egusi and the crayfish and stuff, by the time they are done cooking, the meat would have cooked more. So cook the meat for like 90% and then add the blended egusi and stuff, add my palm oil and the aghaziefavour together with the uziza leaves which I soaked in the hot water earlier on. I've just drained the hot water, rinsed it properly and added to the pot. I've also added more seasoning cubes and salt because it needed it. Mixed everything, you know, thoroughly well, and I'm going to add my mackerel fish at this point and cover the pot. So I'm going to cover the pot and allow this to cook for extra 10 to 15 minutes. And remember, like I said before, the okazi leaves are very tough, so it needs time to cook down together with the egusi.
There go. I'm taking it 2 times every day.
As you can see, Favour doesn't really like the taste of that medicine, but the one I gave her earlier on in the morning, she likes it. Like, that one tastes like sweet, so she's always looking forward to that one. But this one, she doesn't really like it. Anyways, over here is hubby trying to turn the semo, or rather the poundo yam flour, which we are going to use to enjoy the egusi soup.
And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories
Have you finished?
There's something that I
My kids can't even wait to have their dinner. At this point they were so hungry, and as you can see, one of them came into the kitchen to check why the food is not yet done, and he was even asking me if it's something that he will like. Can you imagine? And ladies and gentlemen, our dinner is ready and you all are invited, guys. Oh my goodness, the table is well set. This night we decided to make it look like party style. It looks well presented or presentable, and we had so much joy in having our dinner this night. It was so good. This is me enjoying my own portion. Thank you guys so very much for always supporting, showing love, watching my videos. I really appreciate you all. God bless you. For me, take care of yourself until I come your way again with another beautiful video. Stay safe. Bye.